Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be a little technical and talk about something that's a little out of the norm, not out of the norm, but more into the fork of it won't be as an extensive video, just a quick brief synopsis. If you want me to go in depth a little bit more, please let me know, put it into the comments, and I'll let you know basically and discuss it more in another video down the line. Today I'm going to be discussing about Apache Hudi, and its key features and how it can be used to simplify big data management. So, Apache Hudi, short for Hadoop Upsearch and Incremental Processing, is it's an open source data management framework. But basically, it enables you incremental data processing and upsearch, in a large data set, which is stored in Apache Hadoop. And Apache Hudi is designed to work with data stored in the Apache Hadoop distributed file system, or HDFS for short. And Apache Hudi provides a set of APIs basically and tools that allow users to perform upserts and incremental processing on large data sets stored in HDFS. One of the key features of Apache Hudi is its ability to handle data changes without the need for rewriting the entire data set. Now that's pretty big right nowadays, quite honestly, compared to what Hadoop was, or the HDFS file environment was. You're basically you were just either deleting and then reinserting, or just inserting the data and then processing, the changes at that point. Now the way that this is achieved now to do this, where you're handling the data changes without the need for rewriting the data set, is basically it's a technique called log-based storage, which, if you see it to the similar aspects of databases, it's pretty impressive. Basically, it follows allows for the incremental updates to be made to the data without the need for full table scans, which is pretty impressive in and of itself. Now, another feature that Hudi supports is batch and streaming data. Now, that is a little bit bit of a big one basically. Think about it this way. From an aspect of streaming data, that's something more of a case where you would normally use some sort of pub sub, in this case Apache Kafka, or for that matter Lambda. But this means that basically that data can be ingested into Hudi in both batch and streaming modes, and then can be queried and processed using SQL-like queries. This allows for real-time analytics and reporting on very large data sets. Now, how large, it all varies, but I mean, the larger it is with the amount of data rewrites, the slower it's going to be, of course. But when we're talking large, basically it's up to how you define as large, basically. Now, also, Hudi provides some support for data management. Some of the operations, such as data compaction, data archiving, and data retention. Now, this helps to keep the data organized and minimize the storage footprint, which is pretty, which by and large, it keeps because it keeps it as a small footprint. That's pretty impressive in and of itself, basically, because storing all that log data as far as the delta changes and such, you would figure it'd be much bigger. I mean, reality, if you take a look at some of the logs that or log changes, the redo logs in Oracle, or wall logs in Postgres, they do grow pretty large. Now, one of the other additional thing that I guess Hudi does to provide support for it in the data management aspect is, or data management operations is, it does do data compaction and data archiving, as well as data retention. This sort of helps the data, get organized, and it minimizes the storage footprint, as I basically say, right? So, but one use case of, Hudi is the use case of storing large streaming data and making them available for batch and real-time querying. Using Hudi, you can seamlessly make the data available for batch processing using either Hive or maybe Druid, for that matter, which is a real-time querying engine. Basically, if you want to know about Druid, I can get into Druid a little bit more. And it kind of makes a fit for like, log analytics or IoT analytics data, and even time series data for that. I mean, specifically time series data as well too. Now, in that retrospective, all the stuff that I've discussed and some of those are pretty much the key features of Hudi itself. And that's why you could see this project growing a little bit larger at this point. And it's not to say that it's going to replace like DB engine or some sort of data store engine basically at this point. But it does show that, Hudi with, Hadoop in this case, the Hadoop HDFS framework with Hudi as, as part of it, it becomes more powerful and a flexible data management framework that makes it easy to perform incremental updates and like upserts for that matter on large data sets stored in HDFS. With its support and for batch and streaming data, its ability to handle data changes without the need for rewriting the entire data set is a great choice for anyone looking to basically simplify very, very large big data management, or however you want to call it basically. Now, if you need more information, you can go to the Hudi website. But if you want, I can leave it in the comments and let me know, and I will add probably create another video that'll probably be a little bit more in depth and detail. I mean, it's probably gonna be more than definitely 6 minutes. It'll have to go into like an hour or something like that. And I will have to actually rehearse and actually do some filter, like some editing and such for that aspect. But with that, just let me know. And I do read my comments. And of course, please subscribe if you can subscribe. Add a reaction to the video if you want. And I said basically add a comment. I do read all my comments. And with that, I'll leave it at that until next time, basically. So good luck.